Yes, I think, Randy. I mean, but like John said, he does make the final decision. So that
would be fun. I would love something new. I would love something new. Love to write about it. Love to talk about it on here. I hope that's the case. That'd be exciting.
This is a good one for you, John. Why do you guys think that Osa was signed before Mike?
Oh, because he was willing to take something that could work with both sides. I mean, it was very telling today and in that press conference where Zach Martin and Steven and Jerry talked about how, like, Jerry joked that he's talked to Zach about his contract more than, and he might even said he's never talked to Zach's agent, which is not true because Tom Condon's been in the business for a long time, but that Zach would go into his office and talk about what he wanted and things like that. And so when you're not trying to get top of the market money, you can get, I mean, because it's not just Osa's deal. That's kind of what happened right before camp with Trayvon Diggs, a couple of years ago, where it was like, he got a good contract, but it wasn't one of those where he's going to hold out for every last, top dollar, whatever. And in CD, Dak, and Micah's case, that's likely what is going to happen. And so that's why I still sit here today. I know Steven said today that they've had preliminary talks with Micah's agent about his deal. I'm still saying July. I just don't think that they'll get it done before then. And I think that could also feed into a little bit of why they did some of these restructures now, so that there is plenty of space for whatever they want to do. But I do ultimately think it gets done because of the fact that I don't think that, like, Schottenheimer is Jerry's pick. Schottenheimer is Jerry's pick, and Jerry's going to want Schottenheimer to have success, no question about it, because if he doesn't, people are going to be like, why didn't you interview other guys? Why'd you hire Schottenheimer? And so the reason I bring that up is because they're not going to want to go into training camp without their star defensive player trying to put in Matt Eberflus's defense. You need that star that you're building the whole thing around there. And so I think that's the leverage point. He won't do that CD skipping all camp last year stuff. He can't have that with Micah. He needs Micah at training camp. And so Jerry will be fine with him missing OTAs and minicamp, but once training camp comes, he's not going to want Micah not to be there. And so I think that's ultimately right before camp, or maybe the first week of camp is when it gets done. And now that I said it, it'll get done tomorrow.
Diggs ain't no damn leader, man.
And then we'll have something to talk about. I know you're really hammering that home. That's really bothering you.
I just can't stand that fool.
That bothers you as much as these copy and paste tweets bother me.
Well, I think the problem is this. These guys. So this is my issue this is my issue with the fan base too. Let me get to the rest of these supers. AOC Micah still taking less for free agents.
That's why I popped my eyes when John said, because I think Osa was willing to do something that work kind of both sides. Micah, you better take that damn discount. That's all I know.
It's within reasons, right?
Within reasons.
Yeah. I don't have any doubts if Osa goes to free agency and goes to the highest bidder that he would get the most amount of money. But I think Osa really likes the role he's in. Obviously, he's their best defensive tackle. He likes Dallas. He likes the team that he's on. And so I don't know this to be a fact or anything, but I'm sure he went to his agent and was like, hey, I need a respectable contract, but hey, as long as it's close, I want to stay here. Everything's good here. I like the way I'm being used here. The way that, I'm being used in the defense, the way that they're scheming things up. I love playing with Micah Parsons. Like, keep me here if we can. But if they're going to offer something real lowball, then no, we're not doing that. Then I'll go somewhere else. But as long as it's
John,
decent, I want to be here.
Let me ask you this. So what did Max Crosby got? So will it be with something within those range?
I think it's north of that. That's like $35 million a year. Yeah, I think he's getting 38, 40.
So did TJ get paid? Did TJ Watt get paid yet?
No, I know that one's coming up. That's supposed to be the next one. That's
so if we want to get in before that, right?
Absolutely.
So Jerry,
why? Don't put nothing on Jerry. No.
You got to. Hey, also you got to because that's going to represent Dave Mugata. What's his name? David Mugata.
David Mulugeta.
I can't say that last night, but I'm gonna tell you, he can't do that. AOC.
Nah, bro.
Yeah. It's gonna reflect him. It's gonna reflect him.
The contract. Micah shouldn't have said what he said then.
The contract's gonna look different too because Watt is a little older. He's 30.
Micah should have said what he said.
AOC, has that ever happened before? Is this the first time that he said something he shouldn't have?
No, I'm talking about
the first.
No,
Micah, I'm saying Micah.
It happens way too much, John, and that's why I'm starting to hold his ass accountable for it. But he better not come in with no $38-40 million contract. Even
that's
TP,
the price of doing business.
No, remember even TP said today, Micah ain't trying to be the top paid.
Oh, Micah
So
said
they
that.
reinforcing that. They
Yeah.
reinforcing that. I need to see it, bro.
But what David
Don't
trying
be
to
all,
get?
They forced me to get the highest paid contract. I'm sorry. No fly zone, bro. Absolutely
Yeah.
not. And
You-
to put a cherry on top. Hold on, put a cherry on top of this thing. Ice Cold in the chat was right on point with where I was going. With why I'm so. I just hate the narrative building and Micah playing into the narrative building of the Diggs, CD. Dak Prescott's the leader of this team.
Yeah, he's the leader of this team. But just to echo that, just to push back on you just a little bit, AOC. Do you really think that Dak Prescott wanted to be the highest paid player in the National Football League?
Yes.
Yeah. He just wanted to be, hey, I want to be the highest paid player in the National Football League. Or it just came about that it was his turn to be.
Are you telling me that the Jones family volunteered to do that law?
Hey, it's just for what it is. No. So that's going to be the same situation with Micah and his agent. His agent going to want him to get paid. That's all I'm getting at.
I think
he's going to try to fight for that 10%.
I think Dak wanted to be paid like a
respectfully
respectable deal. Yeah, respectfully. And that's what respectfully was compared to the guys who was getting paid. He was better than those guys. You can't take a pay cut than those guys over those guys. But Dak also didn't come out and say, I'm willing to take less to help this team do better. He ain't say none of that.
I don't play for I don't play for the money. You know what I'm saying?
I don't pay for the money is not the same as directly saying I will take a pay cut so we can sign somebody else.
All right.
Don't do that, Law.
Hold on. Let's get back
I'm the heel today. You come on with it.
I mean, you're both making great points on this.
It's my turn.
Hey, AOC.